Welcome to my kitchen. I'm joined once again by the fluffy murderer. I had a lot of buttermilk left over from last week's blueberry muffins, so wanted to use it up. So I went back to Heaven. Oh, bye, Gus. I went back to Heaven's Banquet, this lovely little Ayurvedic cookbook, and searched for some recipes that needed buttermilk. I found these muffins. I've made these before. They are cilantro pumpkin seed corn muffins. It's been a few years since I've made them. I'd forgotten all about them. They're delicious, except that they have brown sugar in them, which I don't want to use at all, and white flour, which I'm also avoiding. So I am tweaking the recipe. Haven't done this before. Let's just see how it goes. First thing I'm going to do is, well, get the ghee and back to ghee and melt about a tablespoon and a bit of ghee. Now, the next ingredient, if you haven't heard of this, it's called hing, also called asafoetida. It's an Ayurvedic ingredient that you will either really like or really not like. It's a very particular pungent kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure that this was referred to as like Drano when I was doing my training. It's supposed to really clear you out. I happen to love it. So I'm going to add this. This is optional. You don't need to put hing in your muffins. I'm going to put, let me see, a good generous pinch in there. And some cumin seeds, about a teaspoon and a little bit of cumin seeds that I'm just going to fry gently over a medium-ish heat. And I'm going to add pumpkin seeds. While the wet ingredients and the seeds are doing their thing, I'm going to prepare the dry ingredients, starting with cornmeal, which is part of the original recipe, and I'm not going to mess with that. We need a cup of this. I think this will give it some sweetness. I think cornmeal is a little bit sweet. And then I'm going to add buckwheat flour. I have tried, actually, now that I think of it, I have tried making some of these muffins from this book with just buckwheat instead of wheat. It wasn't really good. Buckwheat on its own is very dense and kind of gritty. It's not a particularly nice texture. So let's see how this goes. Half a cup of buckwheat flour. And then arrowroot, which we have to leave in because that's going to help it to bind, I believe. So I'm going to use 2 or 3 tablespoons. Let's do 3 because I do like multiples of 3. Arrowroot. And then a teaspoon of baking powder. And half a teaspoon of baking soda. Finally, 3/4 of a spoon of salt. Okay, so these ingredients here are, oh, they smell so good. Oh my God, they smell amazing. This is kind of the flavor base of the muffins. I'm going to put that aside, let it cool down a little bit. So again, for the wet ingredients, we have about 3 tablespoons of ghee. If these muffins end up being a roaring, delicious success, I will post the recipe below. I suppose that's the whole point of these videos. Okay, what else? Oh yes, buttermilk. And because I got so inspired by many other recipes I found in this book this morning, I'd actually forgotten. I haven't baked from this book for years. Anyway, I got a bit excited this morning and ended up buying more buttermilk. So actually, Kate has now been usurped because this family farmstead, certified regenerative and organic, which you are not. So this is all what I'll be buying from now on. And it's obviously huge. So there'll be a lot of recipes coming up that require buttermilk. I'm going to use 1 cup. Okay, that's a little bit hot. And 3/4 of a cup of water. So now I'm just going to fold the wet ingredients into the dry. Not, oh my God. This seems very wet. Oh, okay, didn't really cool those. Never mind. Add them all together. And add about a cup of coriander, or what you might call cilantro. Okay, now I'm going to let this batter sit for about 10 minutes, and then I will put it in the oven. Batter has been sitting for 10 minutes. It's very liquidy, like way more liquidy than it's ever been before. I'm gonna put it in the oven on this. Okay, I don't even know if this is gonna work, honestly. Let me get a ladle. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add a little bit of this corn flour because I can't see that baking, honestly. That should thicken it up a bit. How this is all going to go in here, I don't know. Let's just see. The original version of these is really nice, and I would recommend it. I'm not recommending that everyone give up sugar and white flour. Well, I mean, sugar, probably yes, if you can. As my batter is so liquidy and it won't all fit in there, I have these to the rescue. So I will make some extra muffins. Not the tidiest. I'm going to put these in the oven at 190 Celsius for about 25 minutes, and then I will be back for the taste test, the moment of truth. Alexa has just informed me that the 25 minutes are up. Let's see. They actually look okay. Okay, let me stick a knife in. They've baked! I'm so happy. Absolutely piping hot, obviously. I will see you in about 10 minutes. I'm going to try this little baby one with some Kerrygold salted butter. I use an obscene amount of butter. So if this is horrific for you, then just turn away. I really like them. They're pure savory, which if you want savory muffins, then go for this. They're really great. I kind of want to eat the whole thing. Would I change anything? They're really not that, they're quite mild considering how much hing I put in. I would go further with the hing. I might even go further with the salt. But they're that kind of recipe that you can just tweak to suit yourself. Since I've been avoiding white flour, not because I'm trying to control what I eat, but it's just I'm feeling so much better without it. But I am missing bread, so these are a great substitute. Yeah, I'm going to find more wheat flour substitute.